perfect way to be said. Now I request the department to contribute to it.
Good morning, everyone. During the events that on this moment of pressure, the launch of the green policy and its and Srinivas on behalf of my chairman and for facing this event with this now with the vision and vision of we are already have begin this new journey. We also welcome now senior counselor to join us and I think yes, we also welcome our guide, uh, below principal management of the uh, with a platform to learn for innovating in the market, you know, and you know, in our you know, we have already created it. So this now the practical knowledge engage in gene building, creating art, leading to and manual initiative. Your continued membership will be the next profession. For students, each one of you take full advantage of this creativity work, designing spaces that coexist. Once again, part to chairman sir for this wonderful together. Let us come in our and
Thank you, sir, for the time. Now I request everyone to request Principal of Srinivas Technology, Dr. Srinivas to architect and respected architect
Next, I would like to invite our principal of Srinivas Institute of Technology. Okay. Now we are honored to have with us the chairman of the IGBC Mangalore chapter, Architect Venkatesh Pai. I would like to request Architect Ramdas Prabhu, Associate Professor, Srinivas School of Architecture, to kindly introduce the chairman to the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce Architect Venkatesh Pai, the chairman of IGBC Mangalore chapter. He is a well-known architect with over 25 years of professional experience and a strong passion for creating awareness about green building and sustainability. Through his work with IGBC, he aims to encourage students, professionals, community to understand and adopt eco-friendly design practices. Architect Venkatesh Pai is a two-time award winner for excellence in villa design in 2013 and 2018. He completed his architecture degree from MIT Manipal and has served several leadership roles, including past chairman of IAA and IAA Mangalore Manipal Center and past president of Architect Guild for several years. He has also been a part of our institution as a guest faculty. Today, as we launch the IGBC student chapter at Srinivas School of Architecture, we are honored to have him with us to inspire our students and guide us towards a greener future. Welcome you, sir.
Respected Professor Mania, respected my friend architect Vasudev Sheth, and welcome to my friends here, architects here. My teacher Leslie, who taught me Revit, and welcome architects to this opening of the student chapter of the Green Building Council. IGBC, Indian Green Building Council, is part of the Green Building Council, which is a worldwide organization where we promote the building of environment-friendly structures. This whole movement in India started a few years back in 2001, and it has continued to become very strong over the years. Today, approximately, and we have a system where we encourage people to build green, and we have a system of rating where we test the building with how green it is, and we give it a rating. The rating may be silver rating, gold rating, or platinum rating. And once the building is rated, that building is considered a green building. Now, there is, over the years, a lot of buildings have become green. In India alone, I think we are right now touched about 13.5 billion square feet of green. So that's a huge number. And we have everything running from residential buildings, commercial buildings, airports, railway stations, truck terminals, you name it. Everything, there is a system by which you can rate how green you can build it and how sustainable it can be. Now, what is a green building really? A green building is a building which has been built in the most environment friendly methods possible, using the most environment friendly materials possible, and is built in such a way so as to have the least impact on the environment which is around the building. Now I'm saying the most environment friendly materials possible because there are some materials which have to be used but may not be necessarily environment friendly. So IGBC has gone one step ahead and rated various materials that can be used and they will rate and see which material is more environment friendly than the other one, and we encourage you to use the ones which are more friendly. Construction industry has gone a long way, and there are a huge amount of materials that are being used today. Every material that you use is mined somewhere, or a tree is cut somewhere, and it is processed and is brought to site, and then we use it. So there is an environmental impact on every material that you're using. What we want to do is minimize that impact. So we encourage the building of these buildings using the least environmental impact possible. Now, it is not just the construction of the building alone that matters. Now you might now IGBC has a lot of resources which you can use, and you can use the resources and probably put up a green building. But it's not just the green building construction alone that matters. It also matters how we operate. So not only are you building green, you're also operating green. Operating green means you are using environment-friendly processes, environment-friendly equipment, which eventually reduce the impact on the environment. We might encourage you to use renewable energy resources, solar panels, wind energy. We may be asking you to use star-rated air conditioners. So eventually, a green building, really speaking, will reduce your energy consumption by more than 15%. It depends on what you do. So what IGBC does is it not only helps you to build in a green way, it helps you to design the building in such a way and use such equipment that operation cost will come down drastically. Why? Because you're conserving energy. Energy is the one item that is going to be continuously used for our existence, right? So in order to reduce that, the green building process continues. Now let's say they've built the building has operated for the next 50 years, 60 years, and finally one day it is going to be demolished. When you demolish and you throw the waste away, that also has to be done sensibly. You can't have stuff that you're throwing away and there's no way to throw it. So if green building processes give you points for construction, they give you points for operation, they will also look into this matter of disposal. So in all three processes, you should be green. Then you are genuinely building a green building. So that is the whole process of building green. Now all of us are architects here, and we will be building a whole lot of buildings which are in our careers. All of you are going to step into your respective careers. A lot of you may do post-graduation, and then eventually you'll become architects and enter the market. But when you get into the market, what we would like to tell you is to be environment friendly, to think about the ecology, think about the environment, think about how you can reduce energy consumption in your buildings, and think of building sensibly. That is what now all of us architects have got our own. In our own studies, we learn a whole lot about various types of construction, methods of design, and processes. This green aspect is one thing which is very, very important, and I think which should be imbibed in you right from college days. It's not something that we go and we put up the building and say, oh, we forgot to make it green, let's make it green now. No, starts from right from beginning. So from design stage itself, you need to think green. Which is why IGBC as an organization has sort of creating student chapters. Because in college, when you're here, we would like to tell you to think green. We would like to ask you to design in a green fashion. I would like to help you in your careers to build in a green fashion. So we have a fantastic website at the IGBC. You just check into igbc.co.in. igbc.in. Check out that website, because that website is a goldmine of information for us. For any architect, you just go there and you want to know about processes, you simply want to check, if I use this material, how much will I? Go check there. There are various books, there are various manuals for designing different kind of buildings, for different kind of processes, different kind of designs, different kind of materials. All of them are very useful to you. Use that thing. Now that we have a student chapter here, the IGBC doors are open to you. So anytime you want to ask questions, we'll give you the numbers that you can call and talk to. You want references, IGBC is holding small, today afternoon actually, in Mangalore, we are having this workshop from 2:30 to 6. If you architects are involved and anybody is interested, please do come. It is held in Empire Mall in that Tredai Hall. And we have two people coming from Hyderabad IGBC just to tell us about green building. The event is open to architects, engineers, builders. So we want to tell everybody how green is to be built and how to go about it. So it's a very good introduction on green. If you all have the time, if you can get off and you have the afternoon off, you can please come there and join us. Or else, don't worry, because you are already in the student chapter and you are going to get to know a whole lot. And we will give you the resources through your department will give you the resources to contact who you want to contact and how you get to know more information, and we'll help you do that. The whole objective, the college is trying to make you good architects, brilliant architects, and we are trying to make you good and brilliant green architects. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights and for guiding us on this path towards a sustainable future. Your words truly inspire us as to take up green projects and initiatives in the near future. Next, I would like to invite our principal of Srinivas Institute of Technology, Dr. Srinivas Mayadi, to address the gathering and share his vision.
Good morning to all of you. Architect Venkatesh Pai, Architect Kumarchandra sir, Architect Vasudev Sheth, my colleagues and dear students. Today I am very happy that Srinivas School of Architecture has become the student chapter of green concepts in the buildings. That's what is to be a IBGC, the students chapter in the college. I would like to thank for this aspect to Venkatesh Pai sir for coming and giving for a chance for having the students chapter in the college. Coming to the concepts, is a very good initiative under the sustainable development by the government of India as well as in the world over. In the future, how best we can able to protect environment, that we have to look into that. Wherever we go, we try to adopt sustainable development in all the fields. Now this concept has started long back. Architecture department also started long back these concepts. As a one of some, how we started in our campus also, I would like to say that solar energy we are using in the campus. Whatever energy we required in for the college campus, we are able to get through our own solar panel installations in the college. And second is the new building what we are developing in the college. I hope many of you have seen that the new canteen building. Came up behind the temple. That's also the green concept, keeping in that our architecture department planned and we are built that. Just is kept for inaugurations and operations for a few more days. So, and slowly we are changing the lighting systems from the old tube lights to the LED bulbs, LED things, etc. But step by step we have to go. Surely we also planned and we are also introducing green concepts in the college. But there is a very high scope for the green buildings in the coming days. Architecture students has to learn how to build the green building. And as our Venkatesh Pai sir told that there is a very great chance for you to learn and implement that, so you can save a lot of energy, and it is a good concept also to sustain the India. If you adopt that, surely all you are going to become successful architects. So I request all of the students, maximum students, try to get your study or the project, what we say, you will under the green building concepts only in the coming days. So automatically you will be adapting yourself to the green buildings. So I request all of you to maximum use of this student chapter and learn more and more on that, as our president of green building students chapters or the Mangaluru region, he is so immediately told to all of you to, they will give us lot of materials to you. You have to come out by yourself. Surely you can become as a great architect in the coming days. For this, Architect Venkatesh Bhai has given us the chance to have students chapter and conducted this event in the college. I would like to thank on behalf of the Srinivas School of Architecture to you, sir. So with this, I wish all of you good day and have a great energy or sustainable development future to the India. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your encouragement truly motivates us to take meaningful steps towards our future. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the official launch of the IGBC student chapter at our institution. I request everyone in this dais to gather forward for the launch. We are proud to receive the launch certificate from IGBC, which symbolizes our commitment to promoting green practices, innovation, and environmental awareness among students. Thank you to all the dignitaries for joining in this special moment. Next, we'll be having a virtual presentation, and it shall commence in 5 minutes. In the next 5 minutes, we'll be having a virtual presentation by a Senior Councillor IGBC Ms. Rekha Maulati on green concepts and green education.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear us?
Sorry?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
okay, fine. Go ahead. Yeah, it's okay. Uh-huh.
Now we'll be having a virtual presentation by Senior Councillor IGBC Ms. Rekha Maulati on green concepts and green education. I request Professor Vijayalakshmi Kedalaya, Assistant Professor, Srinivas School of Architecture, to kindly introduce the keynote speaker to the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. It's truly a pleasure and privilege to welcome architect Rekha Maulati, a visionary architect who has been at the forefront of India's green building movement for over 15 years. She currently serves as a senior counselor and leads the IGBC Green Education Program. Architect Rekha has played an important role in developing and leading the Indian Green Building Council green schools, healthcare, and landscape rating systems, along with their certification activities. Her extensive experience also includes contributing to the formulation of various green building rating systems across the country. An IGBC accredited professional, trained green building faculty, architect Rekha has been a part of CIE IGBC since 2008, working tirelessly to promote sustainability and green practices in the built environment. Please join me in welcoming architect Rekha. Over to you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you for that kind introduction. I'm honored to be part of today's session. I'm sorry that I'm not able to come physically there, so wholeheartedly we welcome the Srinivas College of Architecture to our the green building movement as well as the IGBC fraternity. We are happy that we have launched the student chapter today in your center. So Aditya, hope my screen is visible. Okay, so I assume the screen is visible. So here, of course, the chairman and the Mangalore chapter, the core committee members would have introduced you about IGBC, and the student chapter launch has happened. So what all the activities we do, and as we have the student chapter today, what are the activities the college and the core committee who have been nominated to be part of the student chapter, what are the various things you can take up? So I'll be addressing that as part of my presentation. Of course, you all by the now know about IGBC, the Indian Green Building Council. So with the IGBC, you will be also seeing CI logos in all our promotions and literature and what we do. So CI is a Confederation of Indian Industry. It's our parent company. IGBC is one of the division of CIA. So as we all know that construction industry is growing rapidly. So to take this industry towards a sustainable way, and as well as contribute to our India to address on the sustainable perspectives, have less impact on the environment, IGBC has been formed by CIA in 2001 with a vision of enabling sustainable built environment for all. So as it's been 25 years, recently in the September 1st onwards, we have started our 25-year celebrations as well. Definitely, you joining your college, the Srinivas College, joining part of this 25 celebrations gives happiness for us also. We'll be definitely involving you also in this year-long celebrations. IGBC is also a founding member of World Green Building Council. So World Green Building Council is in a global network where more than 75 countries are part of it. And IGBC represents India. We proactively take part in various global initiatives and making India to stand top in terms of the sustainability aspect also. So, as I said, that CI has formed this Green Building Council. And when we started promoting the green building concepts to the industry as well as the construction industry stakeholders, we wanted to practice it before we preach it. So we have come up with the first green building in India, CIA Shohrabji Godrej Green Business Center. It is located in Hyderabad. So this is the first green building in India as well as outside the US. It has received that time as an highest platinum rating. And we have demonstrated many green measures here. So I take this opportunity to invite you all to our center. So whenever you're in Hyderabad, please do our center, visit our center. We would be happy to show you the various measures we have implemented. So this center is one of the center of excellence of the CIA. This works exclusively related to the sustainability and the environmental issues what we are facing. So we have different councils present part of it. Of course, IGBC, the Green Building Council Secretariat is in this center. The Green Pro, as the demand for the more and more buildings started, so the products what we are using as well as the also the materials what we are using, so how can we make them in a sustainable way? With that thought, we have also launched Green Pro. This is an eco-labeling of products. It is globally recognized under this green product. So we have department for where it is trying to give the understanding in the manufacturing industry to go towards a sustainable way for the building products and materials. We have Green Co. So Green Co is for the companies. So for the how the companies, their policies itself, they can go in sustainable way. The Green Co Council gives the guidelines and they certify them. We have energy efficiency and renewable energy department where they perform the audits for the buildings as well as the industries on the energy level. And because energy is the one which has a huge impact on the environment with the emissions and all. So we help in auditing these buildings and how they can perform better. We try to address it. And we also have Green Entrepreneurship Council. So as a lot of new startups, clean technologies are coming, and the young students like you, when they come out, they are becoming entrepreneurs with clean technologies they are coming up. So to encourage such clean techs, we have this Entrepreneurship Council where we are trying to facilitate them getting into the industry and networking with the industry members, and so that this clean techs also can grow in India. So this center is predominantly working for the climate change and the environmental protection activities. This building, 2001, we have started construction, and 2003 we occupied. It's been, of course, more than 20 years. So 5 years back, we have also retrofitted and converted this building into a net zero energy building. So this is a current global trend. People are moving towards from the green buildings towards they are moving towards net zero. So we have also demonstrated this building as a net zero energy building. So all the power what we are using, we are generating back using this unique bifacial panels you see in the picture. So as the name indicates, bifacial, not only the top part of the panel, even the bottom part of the panel generates the power because it's transparent and the sunlight can pass through it. And on the roof, we have painted with a high reflective paint. And so that reflective paint reflects the sunlight back, and so that even the bottom part can generate the power. So these are the new Sweden technology we have tried to demonstrate, and such new trends are also coming into the industry. Of course, you would have heard this. So the green building movement in India, where we started and how we are now with our own building, small 20,000 square foot office building. Now we have 16,900 plus projects and 14.63 billion square foot. which is making India to stand on top 2 globally in the green building footprint development. Of course, what we do, definitely all will know that when we talk about Indian Green Building Council, they recognize as a certifying authority that we certify the green buildings. So beyond that, there are the multiple activities we do. We develop the guidelines. If a projects have to go towards the green buildings, they need certain guidelines for the reference. So we call them as rating systems. So we develop those guidelines. We are into policy and advocacy. So whatever the government departments are there, the benchmarks are there, how they can enhance them, as well as how we can get the incentives for the green buildings so that the developers and the project teams can get benefited through green buildings. We are trying to intervene with various government departments. Though IGBC Secretariat is in Hyderabad, we do have local chapters spread across the country. And these chapters are again steered by the multiple the stakeholders, the leaders in the industry. These are 32 chapters spread across the country. And in fact, we have in the Karnataka, we have Bangalore, Mysore, as well as the Mangalore chapter also. Of course, architect Venkatesh Pai, who is steering our committee he's a chairman in the Mangalore. And through such leaders, the visionary leaders, they're helping us to promote more and more about the green buildings and spread the awareness across their communities in their locally as well. We are membership driven. So when we say Green Building Council, it's not just we are doing it alone. It's in a membership driven. We have the stakeholders like architects, engineers, developers, construction companies, corporates, manufacturers, as well as the institutions like you also. So today, by launching student chapter, you also have become the membership a member of an IGBC. So all these members together, we are trying to address each other challenges, try to build the platform where we can create the opportunities towards the sustainability. We also, of course, do various education activities, continuous education programs through webinars, awareness sessions, courses we develop, and also we do various events across our council. So this is just to give you an idea on how the council works. So it's not to be just seen as a certifying authority. There are multiple activities IGBC is doing. To define what is a green building, of course, now green building is becoming the part of the curriculum itself. I'm sure many of you have learned about the green buildings in your academics, and they have been taught about these certain features, what you can do as an architect being a passive architecture. So we define the green building as the one which conserves the natural resources, uses less water, optimizes the energy efficiency, generates less waste, and provides the healthier space. So, in fact, when you see this definition, it is trying to address whatever the right now challenges we are facing. There is natural resources depletion because of the lot of resources what we are using and activities we are doing. There is having impact on the environment, and also a lot of time the health and well-being is not properly addressed in the buildings. So all those challenges we are trying to address through our green building. So through green building, there are different types of benefits. So we divided into two benefits, tangible benefits and intangible benefits. Tangible benefits are the one which we can quantify. So when we compare to the conventional building, in the green building, there are savings in energy and water. So we take baselines, the benchmarks from our national and international standards. For example, for energy, we have in India ECBC, Energy Conservation Building Code. So we take whatever the code says, the minimum mandatory that as a benchmark baseline value for that. And over and above this baseline, how much savings we are getting, we are trying to address through our green buildings. So yes, these are the certain, of course, when there is energy consumption reduction, their energy bills, water bills reduce. So yes, the building operations, building owner is getting benefited through tangible benefits. There are also certain intangible benefits. So these are the second variation. So intangible benefits means I can't quantify, but they are definitely coming. For an example, when I said that energy saving, I'm reducing. So that means as the energy saving comes, so what happens? My whatever the load, energy load is there for my building, I'm reducing. That means the thermal power station, I need not have the energy consumption, too much of generation I'm trying to reduce. So whenever we reduce that energy generation, so the coal which is burnt, we are conserving it, and as well as whatever the carbon emissions are coming during that thermal power generation, we are reducing. So by which we are reducing the impact on the environment. So our tangible benefits in line, they're also getting certain impact reduced on environment, and we are achieving intangible benefits as well. There are also certain things called, we address comfortable parameters like maintaining the right temperature, good fresh air flow, daylight. There are the multiple other comfortable parameters we address in the green buildings. So whenever people are comfortable, their productivity increases. So by improving the productivity, that means again, people will perform better, and you will get more benefits. So these are the certain intangible benefits. They are not directly shown, but definitely they are coming out of green buildings. So these are the 32 rating systems what we have developed. IGBC is the only council in the world where we have 32 rating systems addressing the various building typologies as well as the categories. So we all know that we cannot compare a commercial building to a residential building, or we cannot compare an industrial building to a hospital building. Each building has its own requirements, challenges. So we have come up with a different rating systems per particular sector, so that they can try to address in that sector specific green measures and convert them into a green buildings. So the places where we live, work, or in terms of even transit, the railways, metro stations, and workshop. So all the built environment areas, we are trying to implement green measures. So all our rating systems have been designed with the 5 key areas. These 5 key areas are giving the holistic approach. So how we can say they are sustainable, the green buildings mean? So it should be in a holistic way. We define the measures from the design stage to the construction to the maintenance and the operations of the building. So the whole building life cycle is being addressed. That's how we are trying to address the measures. And these 5 focus areas are also giving the holistic approach by addressing the site selection and planning, water conservation, energy efficiency, building materials and resources, and indoor environmental quality. So we are addressing in terms of the resources as well as for the people-centric design also, we are trying to do with these key areas. Yes, there are good benefits. We know that it has less impact on the environment. A lot of people are encouraging for the green buildings. So all the students, when you become a future professionals, obviously you will be getting the question from your clients, what about the cost? Because the economics also should make sense, or else there will be no encouragement for it. So for this question, what we recommend you to understand is, yes, there is certain incremental cost. Incremental means because we are going for the efficient equipment, efficient materials, there is little investment more initially we have to do when we are doing the construction or the installation. But on a long run, when it goes to the operations of the building, because we are saving on our energy bills, water bills, whatever additional investment I have put, I'm getting as a payback. My energy bill reduced. So whatever efficient equipment I have put initially, that I am getting as a payback. So to understand more, you can see some of the examples here. So we started with our own building. All these are office buildings, what you see. So compared to the 20,000 square foot conventional office building, in our building, we have invested 18% more. Okay, so we have to invested 18% more cost, but this 18% more, we got it payback within 7 years as we have reduced our energy bills and so on. So this we call it as a payback. The interesting point here is over the years, this incremental cost has come down drastically. The incremental cost has come down. Obviously, the payback period also has come down. In fact, there are now certain affordable housing projects are in Karnataka only. Our Mysore chapter, Mr. Sriram has demonstrated where there is negligible, there is no incremental cost in the affordable housing projects they have implemented. So, which clearly indicates that yes, there is no constraint of the cost. How this was possible? This was possible because of the availability and affordability of materials. More and more demand created, so the more manufacturers started building up, so the availability has come. And as it was locally manufactured and available, affordability also has come. So for an example, in our building, we had used waterless urinal. That time they were not available in India. Each piece costed us about 15,000. The same waterless urinal you are able to get in 3 to 4,000 rupees. So many players like Parryware, Hintware, all are manufacturing locally. So you get in less cost. Similarly, most of the times when we talk about green buildings, people say about the renewable energy. So the solar panel installation, earlier it used to take about 3.5 to 4 lakhs per every kilowatt. But now within 40 to 45,000, 1 kilowatt installation is happening. LEDs also, you all definitely can relate to LEDs as best example. So now earlier decade, 2 decades before, they were not that popular. But now in every supermarket or even the appliances shop, you are able to get LED lights. Most of the lights we are using in homes, offices or colleges we are converting into LEDs. So more availability and affordability is bringing down the cost as well. So cost is no more a constraint. So we need to understand if there is certain additional cost also, you will be getting payback with your operations. So simply for your own again experience. So whenever you're going to buy some appliances, so to your parents or to your relatives and friends, you can indicate that please go for the BE star rated appliances. Of course, compared to the conventional air conditioner or refrigerator or washing machine, the star rated are more costlier. Okay, you're putting some 5,000 or 6,000 more, but when you get them and use these star rated appliances in your home, every month on your energy bill, about 1,000 or even more than 1,000, if it depends on the number of appliances, more than 1,000 rupees per every month energy bill you can reduce. So you'll get that payback by having this star rated appliances. So these are the certain standards and codes. As I've indicated, we refer like National Building Code in designing, energy-related energy conservation building code, water-related uniform plumbing code, as well as the water board on the central ground and pollution. All are the benchmarks we are referring. So the minimum benchmarks mandatory have been set in reference to baselines. Over and above this, we are deciding. So what about the encouragement from the government for the green buildings? So yes, many states are giving the incentives for the projects which are going green. So some of the incentives include additional FAR. So as we know that for a given site, a builder will have a restriction on how much built up area he can go. In case he is going for green building, so a few of the states are giving 5%, 10, 15% more FAR they can build. So by building more, he can sell more and get profited. So similarly, property tax rebates. So a lot of states have this RERA registration. So that RERA registration fee reduction or impact fee, there will be certain for the builders. So that impact fee reduction, such incentives are coming from the government so that they're encouraging the developers to go more and more for the green buildings. So as I've indicated, with the demand of green buildings, there was also demand for the products and materials are green or not. So we have come up with Green Pro services using this ISO 14024 standard. And this Green Pro certification for the product is recognized by the Global Eco-Labeling Network. So which indicates that in India, whichever product or material is getting certified under Green Pro, it is globally recognized, just not in India. We have 11,500 plus products, all more than 90 to 95% of the products what we use in the buildings are getting certification. So you can refer to our cigreenpro.com website and you can use them in your projects. So currently, global trend is to move towards net zero. Many of you might be aware, India has committed that by 2070 will become net zero. So if India has to meet the target, each one of us has to play a role. So we have come up with a mission on net zero 5 years back. From the building industry, let's take that momentum on the net zero concept. So we have launched this mission on net zero. More than 350 organizations have already signed in their existing as well as the new buildings they're trying to convert towards net zero. So we have divided into 4 levels in net zero: energy, water, waste, and carbon. So one after the other, the projects are trying to implement and converting as a net zero buildings. Giving the understanding on the, of course, we discussed about the green building movement, how their benefits and all. Because there are a lot of students here. So how are there really opportunities in this sector? So to give you this understanding, few slides I would like to give you. So the construction industry is growing every year 5 to 8%. And the surveys indicate that every year there is a requirement of 1 lakh trained professionals in the industry. So 1 lakh might seem as a high number, but it's not just in one sector. Okay, an architect is not just going to be worked with an architect or an engineer with an engineer. There are multiple sectors where there are people looking for the trained professionals. So the government, private, developers, corporates. So for an example, in a government, so you would have heard that government has come up with like Swachh Bharat mission. So recently, every year during the 2nd of October, during that week of Gandhi Jayanti, they celebrate Swachh Bharat Mahotsav or the smart cities development, star rating for the appliances. All these measures on ground, if they want to implement, they need the trained professionals. Not only the construction companies or the large developers, even in the industry, the corporates are having exclusive department for sustainability. So I can take an example of ITC, Infosys, Capgemini. So like this, even the corporates they are having exclusive department for sustainability, where they're looking for the trained professionals who can help their buildings to go green, who can talk about the net zero concepts or give the education to their employees related to sustainability. So even the industry, there are opportunities. And also the green building movement has got different opportunities to the industry. So before green building movement, these kind of opportunities were not there. So there are services like green building consultancy, energy simulation, commissioning of the buildings, training the the people who are coming up on, and also the third party assessor who assess the green buildings. All these are new opportunities. So in fact, architects and engineers, along with their practice, the designing proposals, they're also giving additional proposals like I can also do green building consultancy or so on. So they will add more value and they can get profit as well. So as we see that, yes, there is requirement to meet this demand, we are coming up with this green education programs. So through green education programs, we are trying to come up with a vision of enabling India to have largest professionals in sustainability, as well as we are also trying to facilitate the industry academia linkages, so that whatever gaps are there, we can try to fill them. So we have multiple initiatives part of education we are trying to do. Of course, we are launching the student chapters like today we have done in your college. We have 385 plus student chapters across the country. Through student chapters, we are trying to seed the green ideas in the young minds like you. We are doing various awareness sessions, lectures, programs, and we do even the trainings for the professional as well. And we have exclusive exam called IGBC accredited professional exam. So this IGBC AP exam, whoever is taking and qualifying, and they get accredited as IGBC AP. So with this certification, they are seen in the market as a green building expert. So what are the things as in a student chapter which has been launched you can take up? So I request all of you to pay focus and especially the committee members to take these initiatives, because yes, this is a first step by launching the student chapter we have. So for you to get more value addition and to get more knowledge, so we want the activities to be coming from your side also. So if you initiate, definitely we'll be happy to support not only us, even our stakeholders, our chapter chairman and the core committee members would be happy to support you. So what we can do various awareness programs. Under the green buildings, there are multiple topics which we can try to address. So you can come up with, okay, this is the requirement you have, and we can come up, we can guide you the correct expert who can give you that session, and we can have that guest lectures. You can initiate forums. Okay, so a lot of colleges where we have student chapter, the committee is forming in a forum, and they're trying to do the audits of their own campus. Okay, how they can green their campus. You can take any subject like energy audit. Okay, how much energy is consumed by buildings in your campus, or how much water you are consuming. Are there any rainwater harvesting practices there in your campuses? What you can do better, or how you're doing waste management. Like this, different subjects, topics you can take up, and you can try to do audit as in a project within your campus itself. And in fact, in this process, you will also learn, and also, in fact, you're contributing to your campus to converting to green. You can initiate certain forums, not only within the campus, beyond that, you can do certain social initiatives also, like plantation drive, cyclothons, giving the awareness to your community people you can take up. So as we have launched our student chapter, I would like to introduce you to our national chairman and vice chairman as well, Mr. B. Tyagarajan, who is a managing director of Blue Star India. He is our national chairman who is steering the green building movement. And we have Mr. Shekhar Reddy. He is a developer from Hyderabad. He is a vice chairman from our council. So on their behalf also, I would like to invite you part of green building movement. So every year in the third week of September, we do the World Green Building Week celebrations. It's worldwide celebrations they do. So this year, of course, we have already finished last year, but next year you can be definitely part of this Green Building Week celebrations. So in these celebrations, you can take multiple activities like some competitions or some awareness sessions, walkathons or building tours. So there are multiple things you can take it up, and you can be part of this World Green Building Week celebration also. And this is one of the flagship event of IGBC, which we do every year. So we call it as a Green Building Congress. So we have finished 22 editions of it. The 23rd edition is going to happen next month, 27th to 29th November in Mumbai. So this 3-day conference has a lot of national and international speaking on the experts on the different sustainability concepts. There will be an expo which has an exhibition of the new trends, technologies, as well as the materials in sustainability. So it's a good learning platform. So I would recommend some of you definitely can be nominated, and please do attend our Green Building Congress. It can be a good educative to you. And as part of this flagship event, the day zero, we call it as, we do the first initiation with the Green Education Conclave. So our conference starts with the program exclusively for the students and faculty. So this is also happening in Mumbai on 26th November. This time we have collaborated with IIT Bombay, and there we are going to organize this program. So we recommend you to please attend this program also. There will be multiple visionaries talking here, and you get good exposure also there. And beyond that, okay, so whatever activities you do, we recommend you to document. We have something called IGBC Student Chapter Excellence Awards. So during the year, whatever activities you do, like awareness sessions, workshops, or participating in IGBC events, or including the green building concepts part of your curriculum or certain electives, or doing some research programs related to the life projects related to the green buildings, all these activities we consider, and whatever you document and submit to us, we assess that, and whatever the best chapter which has been more active, we give them the award in our flagship event. So you will be getting that best student chapter award as well. So yes, we can also initiate industry academy interaction. So wherever the industry you want to call them and try to learn from them, we can do such research, mutual research programs and all also we can initiate. So in the student chapter, that's how you can do multiple activities. And we would like to also introduce you that IGBC is developing multiple courses which colleges can use them as part of their curriculum or as an elective. So we have a course on green buildings and built environment. Many colleges are adopting it part of their curriculum. So we have designed it for the complete semester. So from third year to any year, you can introduce this subject so that all the concept of green buildings students can get educated. So in fact, in this process, we are training the faculty also. So the faculty, this trained faculty can take the courses at the colleges, and at the end of the course, students can appear the exam which is conducted by IGBC. If you qualify that, we accredit them as an AP associate. So this accreditation also becomes additional USP for your profile. So for when you're going for the job opportunities. So yes, through these courses, you get exposure to trends, technologies, as well as the becoming the IGBC AP as well. So we have tie-up with an All India Council of Technical Education, as well as the Council of Architecture. With that, we are developing multiple courses and we are offering to the students. We have online courses also. So students can apply through this online courses also and can get accreditation. We also have course on life cycle assessment. So after the green buildings, then we have net zero, and then beyond that, so how to do the life cycle assessment of the building also becomes important. We have course for that as well. So there are other courses in pipeline like tools in sustainability, data analytics, depending upon the demand we are developing. So finally, I would like to convey the message to the students. Of course, every one of you will have different passions and interests. Though most of you are an architecture students, so there are multiple opportunities in the industry like planning, designing, execution, or project management. So whatever you are passionate, please try to build more knowledge in that area of interest and come up with a career so that you can succeed. As you succeed, of course, you will be contributing to our country's growth as well. So in fact, to the summary, when the COVID came, all the globally people were worried. But in fact, beyond the COVID, which we have passed, right now we have this climate change and biodiversity collapse, which is a huge challenge in front of us. So I would request all of the students, whatever career you take, please try to implement some sustainable measures in your projects and in your daily activities. So by this, we are contributing to our society as well as to environment, which will give you a sense of pride that yes, I am contributing beyond to myself to the society environment. So that's from my side. So thank you all for your patience listening. I'll be happy to take if you have any questions.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that informative and enlightening session. Your insights have truly broadened our understanding of sustainability and the vital role we play in shaping a greener built environment. We will now open the floor for discussion. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask.
Good afternoon. Thank you for this wonderful presentation. I'm Vasudev Sheth, head of the department, Srinivas School of Architecture. My question to you is, see, we are doing so many concrete buildings. Now, as you told, 2050 is the target for the net zero. Do you think it is achievable with the concrete buildings around?
Yeah, sure. So thank you, sir. Thank you for that great question. In fact, the 2050 target, I don't say that as a target. This is a vision which we have set and we are working towards it. Okay. There is always, we need to keep the vision so that people will work that forward to achieve that vision. In fact, for an example, even our Green Building Council, when we said, when we launched in 2001, we kept a vision that, yes, India has to be global leader by 2025. That's what we thought. And in fact, you could have seen in our slides also, we are in top two in globally in green building footprint development. Of course, if you see that whatever we said, the number of impacts what we made to the compared to the number of buildings we have, okay, 16,000 projects will be hardly very less percentage compared to the lakhs of buildings we have. But each measure we are trying to quantify. So we were able to save energy from just about, when we did the survey, from 2,000 buildings, we have seen that they are able to save about the energy which is requirement of 1 lakh residential homes in a urban city. Or we were able to save the water from this 2,000 buildings, to which can save about 1 month water requirement of an urban city like Hyderabad. So with this, of course, from the whatever the number of buildings we are there, we are trying to create that impact. Coming to your question on the whether we'll be able to meet by 2050, India has set target of 2070. Okay, so if we have to meet that country's set point, each sector has to do its own requirements or their own efforts, so that we, as in a country, we can meet it. So we have kept as in a vision. Okay, we are not sure that we will be meeting it. We have kept in a mission and so set the target so that we all can keep that efforts keeping on doing, so that we can reduce that impact on the environment, can help out India to become net zero by 2070.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Abid.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
how can we convince someone for building green building?
Absolutely. So in fact, that's a good question. You're thinking practical oriented. because when you get into the market, it's not easy to convince the client. So in my presentation, as I've talked about the tangible and intangible benefits, okay, these are the ones we need to understand as a professional, and we need to make our client to understand. In fact, as an architect, you play a vital role in terms of designing your building, because of course, when I say energy conservation, which has lot of impact on the environment, don't think that energy is not part of architect. Okay, our designs, the right choice of the material, what we give, how we orient our building, how we are trying to get the good daylight or the passive architecture elements to our building, can have impact on the energy consumption of the building. So this passive elements, what you design, can come reduce the heat loads and reduce energy consumption. So in fact, our clearly in our buildings, it indicates that 3 to 8% of the energy savings we get because of the better design and the passive architectural elements architects add to it. So you all play a key role on it. So when you're going to convince your client, you need to give them understanding. First thing, of course, these are the benefits on energy we can conserve. These are on the water we can conserve. This can help us to reduce our bill. So operational savings will be there. Of course, there are also environmental benefits we are contributing. And when it comes to the cost, yes, there will be more rigid on the cost. Okay, this becomes more costly for me. But there also, it's our responsibility for them to make understand. Yes, there is certain initial cost now you're putting, but later you only on the whole life of the building, you're getting the savings from your building. So that's how we have to give them the complete perspective, how green building can help both in operational savings, which can be economical for him, as well as to the environmental benefits we are going to create.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, I had a question. So basically, we spoke a lot about making new buildings with net zero energy or green buildings and all. But then there are already so many concrete forests out there. So how do we make those buildings more energy efficient or more green?
Good. So another good question. Definitely, I agree with you. At any point of a given time, 70 to 80% of the buildings are existing. And in fact, their consumption is more higher, which is contributing to the carbon emissions as well. So that is the reason in our guidelines, whatever we are developing, in every sector, we are ensuring there is also given the guidelines for the existing buildings also. So there are many projects, in fact, out of the footprint, what I have indicated, 30% of the projects are existing buildings, either homes or the commercial buildings, even the residential sector also. So in residential sector, we call them as residential societies. And in the commercial sector, we call them as an existing building guidelines. So these rating systems can be applicable because the core and shell part of the building is already existing. So what are the things they can do so that they can reduce their consumption as well as the reduce emissions? These guidelines are defining. So they will be able to adopt it and convert their buildings into green.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am. Yeah. Now, this question is concerning the FAR that the local bodies will issue in consideration of the green supplements that the designer is going to do or the developer is going to do. Now, what happens is this FAR that is given in the beginning, okay?
Yeah.
So the construction would have been done. But towards the end of the construction, if it turns out that the building is not so green, it's a kind of a lighter version of a green, what happens then? The building is already built.
True, sir. Yes, sir. This is the problem even we have faced. we have got a lot of complaints. So initially, when we started the green building movement, the first decade we didn't had any validity. Okay, even now it's in a voluntary based, it's not a mandatory. We didn't keep any the timeline for the green building certifications, whatever we are giving. So yes, absolutely, as you said, a lot of people have complained to us, they have given the feedback to us. Even the government departments were showing the concerns because they are providing the incentives. So taking this feedback, we have introduced in the second decade the validity period for our certifications. So whatever we are giving, so all the building typologies, we are giving 3 years validity and the 5 years for the large scale campuses and cities and all. So when the validity is over, they're coming for recertification, it becomes more on-site. In fact, the energy bills, water bills, they have to submit as in a document. So we know that whatever the conservation they're talking about has been continuously they're maintaining. So to have this sustaining maintenance in the buildings, this validity we had introduced. And of course, many projects are coming for recertification and they're trying to implement. And also another check what we do during the certification process that is unique in IGBC, that every project what we certify, we only give the certification once the building is completed and ready for the occupancy. Okay, there are also two levels, pre-certification and certification. Pre-certification we will give at the design stage itself. That is for a lot of developers use for the marketing and for applying affairs and all. But for certification, every project, the IGBC team will do a physical audit before we give the certification. So that means building should be ready. We ensure that all the measures are implemented and then only we certify it. And after that also during maintenance, as I've said, this validity period when they're coming for recertification, we are trying to do. And to encourage them, also we do certain challenge called performance challenge. Every year for these certified green buildings, we given a challenge that whoever is continuously performing and maintaining and they can apply for this competition, and we recognize them in our flagship event also. Besides that, for the residential societies at the small housing level, we go and do regularly awareness sessions and give them the understanding how they can maintain. Because first set is implementation, second step is definitely on maintenance, makes a huge impact. Lot of times we see that wastewater treatment or the waste management system, they don't continue. Okay, that's because they don't set the standard SOPs during the maintenance. So in our green building guidelines, we have also come up with credit points. If a project is coming with that standard SOPs, the guidelines, how to maintain those measures, we give the credit point also. So through our guidelines, through audit systems, through the recertification process and through the performance challenge awards, we are trying to encourage the projects to maintain that green measures what they're implementing.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, madam. I'm Vijay Lakshmi. Thank you for a wonderful session. My question to you is, I'm just curious to know as to how effective is green finance? Like we know for a fact that there are government funding and there's CSR coming up for coming up with the green building concepts. I'm just curious to know as to how effective is green finance, and is there a framework laid in our country with respect to green finance?
Yes, ma'am. In fact, again, this is important because for anything to sustain and to get more encouraged, the financial investments or the financial support is also very much required. So yes, through the government policies, even through the international agencies and funding agencies, there are a lot of funds available for the green financing. The national, international agencies like UNIDO, ADB, there is also, especially from the German, right now in India, one project is going on called Asia Low Carbon Building Transition Project. which IGBC is also one of the partner, where through this 5 years project, the German government is funding the about 13 million euro dollars. So on the setting the standards, as well as the capacity building, as well as the financial investment for the low carbon buildings which is coming upon. So like this, there are the multiple funders. From the government side also, government is on the affordable housing they're trying to put, and there are international agencies also trying to fund this. Only thing is there is no enough awareness in the market. The people are aware that there are some certain funds like this available. So through our certain programs and awareness sessions, even in our flagship event also, every year we conduct exclusively on the financial funding for the green paths and sustainability. We do that so that we can try to do such awareness programs. Yes, they are available, but I'll not say that, okay, there are enough available, but there are certain things already coming. Only thing is, yes, we need to educate more and more so that people try to implement them. Once they try to implement, the more the demand increases, and we are sure that more funds can come to the India as well. And India being the one of the UN nations, the COP member, and we also actively take part in of it. There are a lot of Indian collaborations with UK. We used to have with US also. Right now it become little less because of the government change. But UK, Sweden, even on the German collaborations, Danish collaborations we have, where we get a lot of funds from other countries as well.
Thank you, madam.
So thank you all. If there are no questions, for giving me this opportunity. In fact, as I said, this is only the starting step. We would be happy to help you any way in terms of sustainable practices or the exposure you'd like to. Please feel free to contact us. So as you all seen, Mr. Aditya, Aditya is our coordinator in the Karnataka. He's taking care of all the chapters. So he will be always available, and through him, or you can directly write to us. We'll be happy to support you. Thank you.
As we come to the end of today's program, on behalf of Srinivas School of Architecture, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to all our dignitaries, faculty, and students for being a part of this special occasion. We sincerely thank the chairman of IGBC Mangalore chapter for arranging this student launch and inspiring us towards sustainable practices. Our gratitude also goes to our principal, HOD, Dean, the coordinators of this launch, Architect Ramdas Prabhu and Professor Vijay Lakshmi Kedalaya, and all the faculty members for their constant guidance and support. A special thanks to the IGBC team for helping us establish the student chapter and promoting green education. Finally, thank you to all the students and attendees for your enthusiastic participation and promoting this event into being successful. With this, we formally conclude today's program. Thank you.